Feels like a hot coffee kind of day. So Keurig it is. Guys, we got a little coffee and watch. Hopefully my neighbor doesn't let his dogs out. He does it all the time. Here we go. Uh-oh. Ow, this is hot. Oh, crap. Oh, this is hot. Oh, woo. My hands have become so sensitive. I was, I worked in kitchens my whole teenage life. Back then, my hands were so used to like working the grill and all that good stuff. So it wasn't a big deal, but man, kind of lost my touch there. It's supposed to be a high of like 55 today, so not as warm as yesterday. Yesterday was like 67. But today, guys, we're going to be talking about audio. Let me tell you a story about this. This video is actually supposed to be posted yesterday. In the video that posted yesterday, the D-Log M in full auto was actually supposed to be posted today. But I was tired the day I recorded this video, and I didn't even transfer it to my computer because I already had a video that was ready to queue and post. So I was like, oh, I'll just do that in the morning. Well, in the mornings I usually get up, make coffee, and then I go ahead and start filming like I am right now. I always format my card. I'm really like OCD, so I like to like start on a clean slate every day. I don't want to like open up the folder and then there's videos from like another day that I did and I accidentally drag them into the hard drive, waste more space and stuff like that. So I formatted the card, and then I didn't even find out until after I got home. I was actually going to edit the audio one first, and then I was looking for it and I was like, oh yeah. I deleted the footage. Man, it took me like a good 2 hours filming that. And I felt like I had everything, like, I feel like it was just really, really good, like my points and everything, and now I gotta start over. So here we are. We are on full auto, guys, rocking the K&F lens, wide angle, as you can see by how it's stretching out my house. It's kind of like curving a little bit, but I like this kind of view. I can hold the Osmo Pocket nice and close, and I really just like how it feels. To me, it feels a little cartoony, and I just really like that style. So today I want to talk to you guys about audio. I would say this video is a little bit more for beginners, because if you're a professional, you already know all this kind of stuff. If you're looking now into buying accessories and stuff for your Osmo Pocket, I think the most important one you have to get first is a microphone. Audio is very important for video. D-Log M, not necessary. ND filters, not necessary. You guys have seen my vlogs right now. This sun's about to, in a few minutes, it's about to pop out, and there's no clouds in the sky, so it's about to hit me right in the face. This thing is going to expose perfectly fine, and I can continue telling you guys what I need to tell you. I don't need ND filters, and neither do you, unless you want to make your life complicated. And I want to believe that the reason why you got this camera is because it's compact, easy, small, fun to play with and make your videos. It really is that, if you use it what it was meant to be, and that, I believe, is full auto. So rant over, let's get back to audio. If you don't have good audio in your videos, like right now, it's actually pretty windy. The wind's hitting me pretty hard. And you let me know how this audio sounds. Right now we're coming out of the DJI Mic Mini, which is the one I'm actually recommending you buy if you have an Osmo Pocket 3. If you got the creator combo, you got the better one, which is the DJI Mic 2. But it is a little bit bigger. And to me, when I'm creating these kind of videos, I want the smallest footprint I can get. That's why, again, I got this camera. So the DJI Mic Mini was the one I went with. Now you can buy a single microphone, and I believe it's like somewhere around like 50, 60 bucks or something like that. You can buy a single one on DJI.com, and it comes with a little charger. I actually, the first time I bought the Osmo Pocket, I bought it separately, and it's really cool how it comes. The little charger is really nice. I will tell you that one single charge will get you through a whole day of vlogging or whatever you have to do. I literally vlog all day, have this hooked up until literally the time I go to bed. And I obviously, it's powering on and off. I have it on the automatic 15-minute, I think, power off if it doesn't have connection or whatever. Today I want to show you the differences between the internal microphone and having a wireless mic, and how that improves your audio so much better. And I believe audio over D-Log and ND filters is the way to go if you're about to start and you don't want to spend too much money, but you do want to buy a few accessories. The first thing I think you need to do is audio. The second one I would say is this wide angle lens. Everything else is extra, and you can get off market stuff on Amazon and stuff like that for like the tripod and stuff. But even the DJI tripod that you can buy, it's only 16 bucks, guys. That's what I love about this camera. Everything is so affordable. And I'm coming from like the Sony, cinema line and all that stuff. And that stuff is like $100, $300, thousands of dollars every time you want to buy something. So you'll go broke very quickly if you're not doing it professionally. But for YouTube, this is all we have to do, guys. Okay, so if you bought the basic package like I did, just go and buy one DJI mic mini. You can get the single one. I bought the dual pack because I do use these for professional work. Now I am going to buy the DJI mic 2 for the weddings and stuff like that, because it has that 32-bit internal recording, and I need a backup when I'm doing client work. When I'm doing YouTube, like, it's not a big deal. Like I said, having the smallest footprint for me is key. 24-bit on this thing, audio is going to be more than enough. I'm gonna show you the settings here in a little bit. And somebody in the comments said that they would rather see the screen of my Osmo Pocket when I'm showing them settings. So I'm gonna do that with my iPhone. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'll have probably like my little selfie stick, and then I'll have this in front of it, and then I'll figure it out. You're gonna have to deal with iPhone microphone. I'll do that for you guys. I don't have a screen recorder, so it's not gonna be like a fancy tutorial or anything like that. Now, the pros of having a wireless microphone is that, let me show you. You can, first of all, it comes with a windshield, the little fuzzy thing that you put on top of the microphone that you see on a lot of content creators. And that helps cut out all this wind. Like right now, it's windy. It's windy. The wind's literally hitting my chest. And you let me know what the sound sounds like for you on this video. I will also show you a little bit of processing if you want to take it a step further, but you don't have to. So right now we have no noise cancellation on, and let me show you one of the biggest cons besides the better quality audio on this thing, and that's going to be, gosh, I love audio. If this was D-Log right now, this wouldn't even be exposed correctly. All right, you want to use the face tracking mode, which is a really cool mode on the Osmo Pocket, especially if you're walking around demonstrating something. But if you walk away, you're going to lose audio because you're not as close to the microphone. This is one of the biggest pros for using a wireless mic, is that I can stand out here, I can walk around, enjoy my coffee without the neighbors hopefully letting their dog out. I'm pretty sure if I walk around and he sees me, he's probably going to let his dogs out. So anyways, this is the kind of thing you can do, and the audio quality doesn't change because the microphone is obviously attached to me. So for demonstrating purposes, if you're like a car guy, or if you're trying to, maybe you'd have like a shop where you're showing yourself walking around or doing some painting or whatever the heck you're doing for your YouTube channel, you need to step away from the camera. You're not gonna lose your viewer because the audio's too far away. You're gonna keep them engaged with this type of audio, and the quality is just way better. You get more of the lower ends, more of that bass in your voice that gives you that professional look. Let me go take this back. This feels really good today, guys. Now let me show you what it sounds like with the internal mic. And there is nothing wrong with the internal mic. That doesn't mean because you don't have a wireless mic that you can't start YouTube videos or vlog or anything like that. You can totally do that, but you're limited. If you're outside in a windy situation, and if you have this camera, you probably are either recording behind the scenes stuff, or you're doing vlog style videos, right? You're using that as a dad cam, for your family videos or whatever. And you're using the internal mic, which is completely fine. But when you're outside and in different weather conditions and the wind is blowing and stuff like that, or you step away from the camera, that's where you're gonna see the cons to the internal mic. I think the DJI internal mic is one of the best mics for internal mics that I've heard, besides the ZVE1. The ZVE1 has one of the best internal mics, I think, on camera that I've ever heard. But this one, I think, matches up to it, especially if you have it at a vlogging distance. This is about 1.5 feet. With the wide angle lens. If you were using the standard lens, I'd have my arm stretched out all the way, which is maybe, I don't know, 2 feet. You're gonna be fine, especially if you speak a little bit louder. I believe this hopefully has like pickup patterns, because it does have a microphone on the back and one in the front here. Now, a few things that I've noticed is that if you don't use that little block that comes with your Osmo Pocket and you hook it up, your thumb tends to land right on the microphone. If you're gonna do that, I do recommend adding that little block because it's gonna give you a little bit more grip for you to grab the camera a little bit lower, and then therefore you're not blocking the mic in the front. So I think that was kind of like a flaw for DJI to put the microphone there. I think that it should have been maybe like just on top of where the screen goes, like made a little space there. Like when you flip the screen, there's just enough little space, like even putting it there or something, because it does block when you hold it in there. At least the way I hold it, you just grab it and then the thumb just sits right where the microphone is. So that was kind of a problem when I tried using the internal mic. Let's switch over to internal mic real quick. I'm actually just gonna turn this off. All right guys, so now we are on the internal microphone. You guys let me know how you like the sound. This is like regular vlogging distance. Some wind's probably gonna be picking up here in a little bit again. Let's see what all this sound like. Man, my dog's been getting lazy and peeing like right outside of the door when we let her out, and I have to retrain her to go all the way to her potty pit again, just because in the winter it was like all full of snow. So I get it, I can't get on her for that. But this is just a little test for you guys to hear the internal microphone. It's starting to pick up. The wind is starting to pick up. I got it on face tracking mode, so let's walk away so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Grab my coffee. So I'm teaching you guys something, talking about audio and stuff like that. I'm gonna walk away, and now you guys are hearing my voice. I'm just keeping the same volume of my voice, walking around and showing you guys what this sounds like. There is a little bit of wind right now, so these are some of the cons that you get when using internal mic. If you want to step away and you're outside, you're gonna deal with this. There goes the wind right there. Let me know what you guys think about that. Right now it's set to default, which is recording all around. Right now it's set to default, so like I said, it's recording all around the front and it's using the front and the back mic. I don't know if there's another mic that I don't see, but right now that's where I have it at. Even after processing the sound, you're still not going to get like a deeper voice or anything like that. See, now there's a plane going. Let me turn this back on so you can hear the difference. All right, here we go. Do you hear the difference now? It makes a huge difference. And no, I do not have noise cancellation on. I don't use noise cancellation on my microphones because I want to do all of that in post. I want to just get the raw audio, or as raw as I can get it, in camera. I'm gonna go over the settings because going over the setting is key to having really good clean audio, because you have a nice non-distorted signal or wave file to work with if you are going to be doing some post. But if you don't have a computer, you're not going to be editing these videos or anything like that, feel free to use that noise cancellation option when you're in like busy situations with your internal mic. It works very, very well, especially if you don't want to edit. I don't want to deal with it post-processing. This microphone is still going to sound way better than the internal mic, and you're going to get really, really good sound. So use the feature if you're not going to edit your audio. But if you want to take a little bit of time and do some post-production on your audio, then the settings I'm about to show you are going to be the settings that you're going to want to set your microphone to get the quality that I get on my videos. So if you go to my videos and you like the way my microphone sounds and you want to get the same results, I'm going to show you how I do that. Let's go inside. I'm going to set up this iPhone thing for this one comment that I got and try to show you guys the settings with the camera showing. All right, let me finish this coffee and then we'll go inside. Hey guys, we are on the iPhone 16 now, full auto, front camera facing, 4K 24 frames, in case you're wondering that this is not the Osmo Pocket 3, but you can maybe compare the footage if you want to. I know when I was on live stream, people thought I was on the Osmo Pocket 3, and I was just like, no, it's literally just the basic iPhone 16 front camera, not even the back camera. So if you like that footage, it just goes to show you that cameras on auto, like, nobody really cares. Like, if you couldn't even tell the difference between the iPhone 16 and the Osmo Pocket, then that just says something. I still prefer to use this because it's just like a dedicated video camera. I don't like to use my phone for my videos because my phone, I have a different relationship with my phone in terms of like creating videos and business, and my phone is business, communication, all that good stuff, and it just doesn't make it too fun. For me, my phone, I pull out, take a picture of my kids, maybe a quick clip, but that's it. For videos, Osmo Pocket 3. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna move this light. Dang, how do I do this? All right, yeah, we'll just do it in the dark because then it exposes for the phone. All right, guys. So once you hook up your microphone, you are going to go, you're going to swipe to the left, and you are going to go to the microphone up here. It looks like a DJI mic 2. And these are my settings. I keep it on mono. I don't have a reason to put it on stereo. And then the gain I have turned down all the way down to -12. So you click on it, you swipe all the way down, -12, noise cancellation is off. There's no other settings, as simple as that. Then there's more settings, but you have to swipe down, go to settings, wireless microphone, and monitor volume. I leave that on 50, wherever it's at. LED on, because I want to make sure it's on. This low cut filter option is on by default. So turn that off, because you're going to remove all the low end bass sounds out of your microphone, and you're going to get a pretty cheap sounding mic. It's going to sound a little bit like the internal microphone because it doesn't pick up all those other frequencies. I do have the auto power off to conserve battery. Clipping control, I tried this off for a while, and I found that on is really good, because if I do happen to go over on even a -12 gain, the clipping control will save me. So to me, it feels like I have 32-bit recording, and I haven't had any audio clip in my videos and in loud situations and stuff like that. So I keep the clipping audio on, and that is pretty much it for my settings. I just clip it on, and if you can see right now, I'm talking, and I'm gonna just raise my voice a little bit. I wouldn't be talking this loud right now, and the audio levels are just below where it hits the yellow part. You can see audio levels up here, but if you have it by default, you're always hitting the red and yellow all the time. I've tried this thing on -6, -8, -10, -12 is the best one for me. I don't peak the audio or anything like that, and the audio levels are at a perfect, like, I don't know, they just land where I need them to land in order for me to get the really good audio to work with. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the Osmo Pocket. All right, guys, we are now in the computer. I'm gonna use a clip from yesterday's video, and I'm just gonna show you straight up like the settings and everything I do. It's very, very simple. I don't complicate things. And just a reminder again, I'm not a sound engineer. I don't know a lot about these tools. I just kind of know what they do to my voice and how it sounds. And to me, I've been very happy with the way my videos sound. And a lot of people have been asking me about my audio editing. Obviously, it tells me that they're liking the sound quality of my videos. So I just want to show you that. If you want to get more into depth in like audio and really fine-tuning things and knowing what each tool does and how they work with each other and in the right order and all that stuff, then look up a sound engineer video or something like that. This is just very simple. So when I drag my clip into the timeline, this is one from yesterday, the first thing I do is I right click, and then I go to normalize audio levels. And DaVinci Resolve has a built-in YouTube setting, so I just use that. It basically brings down these the LKFS, whatever. You can look up videos on what that means and all that stuff. It basically the simple answer is that it puts your audio to match what like YouTube parameters of audio are or something like that. It puts it into the YouTube audio language, basically, in terms of like how loud and quiet things are. Okay, that's the best way I can maybe explain it. I'm gonna get somebody in the comments that's gonna say, no, it's not, that's not what it is, but that's just how I understand it. I know because when I hit normalize, it either brings up the audio or it lowers it down a little bit, and it always gets it perfect for me. So that's how I came up with that conclusion. Hit normalize audio, and it's gonna load like this. Boom, see, it brought it up just a little bit, and it didn't bring up, like, I know that increasing the gain in post brings up the noise floor, which is kind of like the background noises, but it doesn't, I'm not that far off, so it doesn't make a big difference in the deal. And I always put music too, and stuff like that. And even without music, like it sounds really good. So you still have some latitude there, obviously, as long as you're not like, you don't have a small file and then you're like really stretching that audio out, then you're gonna see a big difference. But with this settings that I showed you, it doesn't really affect your audio. So now that I do that, it just made the audio just a little bit louder to where YouTube likes it. And then I go over here to the right side, and I first always go to, I don't think it matters because the way DaVinci does it, no matter which way you turn these on, it already has it like in the perfect order that you need to do them. So DaVinci kind of puts that all for you. So it doesn't matter if you turn EQ first and this first and the voice isolation, DaVinci has it already like in the way it's supposed to go. So I turn on the compressor, and then I do bring this down just a little bit, and then I bring down the ratio. I like to have it around like 3. And what this does basically is when you're talking and your audio is coming up, once it goes past a certain point, the compressor is kind of like a gate, and you're setting parameters. So basically what it does is once it hits a certain level, the compressor tells it to bring those levels down immediately. So it kind of curves the audio back down in volume, and it lets you keep everything kind of balanced a little bit. So I close that off. I go to my EQ. I have a preset that I made, and I just click down here, and I call it I call it vlogging. Or no, not vlogging. I call it voice EQ voiceover. Yeah, that's what I called it. But anyways, you can copy all these settings, and this is the wave that I use. You can make sure you turn on all 6 bands, and I'm gonna just leave this up on the screen for a little bit for you guys to copy these settings. But you will need to tweak these settings depending on your voice. Everybody's voice is a little bit different. I speak a little bit more monotone. I kind of have like this monotone kind of voice. I feel like my voice is a little lower, and I need to tweak these waves a little bit. But let me show you a basic how the EQ basically works. So I usually divide this into 3 sections. So if you split it into 3 parts, this area is going to be your bass. This area is going to be your treble, like things that it'll make it sound very clear or very muffled. And then your voice is going to be around here. This will make it sound like a cheap speaker or a, let me see here. What's going on, guys? Today, this video is for me. It's probably going to be one of those. So see if I bring this up. A lot of views, and that's totally fine because that's the whole point of brings up more bass. Today's topic or title, I don't know how. You can see how your voice sounds here. And if these are lower, for me, my voice is a lot more bassier. As you can see by the thing, like my voice is a lot more bassier on this side. So what I try to do is compensate with this side and bring up a little bit more of this treble. So I just grab these and I bring them up and just start listening, and you can hear what sounds better for your voice, and whatever you like and you feel sounds better, I would recommend putting on headphones so you can really hear these. Just fine tune from there. But these are the settings to get me started into this wave, and then from there I just tweak a little bit. For the most part, for me, this is a preset I already made for my voice, so I don't tweak anything. I just leave it like this all the time. Like I said, copy these settings, move around. This is your bass, this is your treble, and this is your mid. If you pull, all you got to do is pull up and down, and you can hear what that's doing to your voice. It's hard to explain it. You'd have to check it out yourself on your voice. And then, so that's what I do for that. And the last thing that I do is voice isolation. So I turn this on over here. You can go to the dials right next to it. If you click on that, I usually bring that down to 50%. Sometimes I'm at like 30. I try not to go more than 50% because then it starts sounding a little like auto-tune-ish or like you're talking through a tube. So I keep it at a very low, and that just helps remove some of that background noise and really isolate my voice. So I do use that a lot. It does help remove some of that reverb, but sometimes it's nice having the background noises because it brings you into the real environment. You don't go outside and film a video and you see the trees moving and you don't hear wind or birds or anything like that. It doesn't feel natural to me when I watch a video like that, and it's like, how come I don't hear any of the nature sounds? You just hear their voice so clear. Voice isolation is kind of like a preference. If you feel like you need to use it, you can use it. If not, you don't have to. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I do to my audio. nothing else, nothing different. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on this video, and I hope that you got something out of it. I'll catch you guys on the next vlog. Peace.